Welcome to another video. So I had a ton to do this last week because we were getting ready for the business showcase. So I didn't have a lot of time to make a video. And annoyingly enough, after I had done this video in the evening, I ended up drawing something in my sketchbook that I didn't think was too bad. And I'm like, man, I wish I would have felt like I could draw this earlier in the day, but yeah, I didn't have loads of time. But the business showcase went way better than I thought it would. I mean, it's kind of not putting it down or anything, but I live in Podunk, so I mean, just a small kind of get together of a few people. Had some people outside, had some people inside the little local community center. We were also inside. Actually, I think we did pretty well with our setup because we were only supposed to have one table, so we ended up working really hard trying to solve some space problems, and I think it turned out pretty decent, and we actually sold some stuff that I didn't think we would sell, so I was pretty happy about that. So it was definitely worth it to go. And while we were doing that, our mom ended up manning the little food table that we set up at the farmers market this year. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. My voice is just like a little rough because I didn't get up that long ago. So just got to deal with a little bit of roughness. When I was doing these pictures, I'm still struggling a little bit. I think honestly I'm just having some inner turmoil. Yeah, I can't even say it. Because I'm just feeling like I've got that rust, but honestly, I think it just really is coming from me struggling a lot with stuff going on in life, really. So yeah, I was feeling that. That's one of the reasons why I just did something digital, because I just couldn't handle making something crappy in my sketchbook this day. And yeah, so I started out just doing this little demon guy. I draw a lot of horned people and creatures. I just really like horns. I don't know if it's just from growing up around, cattle as a kid, and because my grandpa worked on a ranch and we used to go help him. So yeah, I was around cattle with horns, and I thought horns were super interesting, so that could be a big one. So I just thought I'd try to do some poses for my imagination. I probably should have just used some reference and stuff, but I was tired of having to do that. I just wanted to draw something from my imagination. And it turns out like crap, it turns out like crap. Although I honestly, like I said before, I think doing this page really helped me relax a little bit. And then when I was drawing in the evening, I have these really cool fountain pens that my sister got me a year or two ago, and I really, really like them. And she got me some ink, like black and blue black, and I think a lighter blue as well, and I really, really like them. And I hadn't used them in a while, and I thought, I wonder if I can ink with them in the sketchbook, and I thought I had spot tested them once upon a time. So I decided I would just try to ink something in it. I did like a little scribble on the page and made sure to go back over it and everything to see how bad it bled, and it wasn't horrible at all. Like, I think you can barely see it, just the same as when I'm kind of painting in ink a little. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna use it. So I drew this little Oni girl, again, something with horns. And yeah, my sister and I were just watching TV, and I decided I'd try something with a little bit of perspective and everything. And actually her face turned out pretty cute, so like cool. And the inking didn't turn out too bad, and I really like that pen. It's like the Sketcher something or other from Pen Revolution, yeah, something like that. So really, really like that one. And the ink is comes out very consistently, so that was nice. But yeah, it's a little darker than this. Funny enough, that the lines I'm using on these pictures, it's just a little bit darker than that, and I think it looks nice. While I was drawing this guy, I was of course thinking about some sort of story that he would be in, and originally I thought he would know some other demon or whatever. Like, I feel like he's kind of off the rails a little bit when he tries not to be, and it gets him into a lot of trouble, but he's a good guy. I mean, he tries. So the whole time I'm drawing him, I'm trying to figure out the way I want him to look, and is he going to look differently later? Is he older than he looks, stuff like that. Do I like the clothes I gave him? I mean, even though I'm just messing around and it's nothing great. Yeah, so this is when I started thinking more about, okay, well, that older demon that he's going to hang out with, what do I want him to look like? What are his shapes going to be like in contrast to this character? So I wanted him to be long. I wanted him to have like very long, almost Doberman horns, and yeah, then I decided, well, I could draw a little bit of him. And I know that none of these sketches are like super great, but it was just nice to get back into that state of mind where I'm just considering what they could be doing. So I'm just trying to figure out his face a little bit, what I want it to look like, because it was pretty small and just basic on that other page. I do this a lot where I just work between a lot of layers. I've actually thought about designing little sketchbook looking covers for Procreate or whatever, and just making like a fake sketchbook for that. So I'm trying to decide more about his body. I kind of liked what I had going in the other one, and so I was kind of trying to replicate it to some degree, but I want to have room for adjusting. I was giving him some striped pants, and then I decided, what if actually he's been kept prisoner almost for something that happened? Maybe he stood up for that kid at one point and said that he did something he didn't do, and now he's kind of captured, and the kid actually has memories of him being quite nice to him, and that staff thing that he actually gave him. And now this guy acts like mean and stuff because he just wants him to go on and live his life, and I do think that maybe he resents him to some degree for what happened, but in the end, he still cares, as you do, because I decided that they would be brothers. And if anyone has little brothers, yeah, you just care for those little freaks, and doesn't matter what they do or what kind of trouble they get you in. To a point, obviously. Decided to try an expression. Not that great. Still playing with the edge of his face, trying to decide how I want his jaw to be. Just had him kind of laying there thinking. But little dude is trying to get him out. But yeah, I don't know. I think I felt a lot better after doing these pages, even though I kept thinking, oh man, I don't know if anyone wants to watch me scribble like this. It's really comfortable for me, and after I do it for a little bit, I can do better, more thoughtful sketches. But yeah, in the moment, that was kind of all I was capable of, and I was exhausted because we had just done the showcase the day before, and I always get really, really exhausted having to be around a lot of people, and I have not been sleeping at all. So I I gave in to this. And then here I decided to just draw a couple more pictures. I wanted the kid to look like a kid. That's what I decided. So that's, yeah, again, I can get a little bit more deliberate after I've sketched a little while. It's just warms me up, makes things work out a little bit better and cleaner, although there are still things I have to kind of scribble to figure out. Almost like a thinking while drawing kind of thing rather than thinking before drawing. And I just have to play with that occasionally just to get what I want. I'm sure a lot of people can relate. Like, once I learned that the type of gesture you could get away with as you're figuring things out, I think that really, really helped me with a lot of this stuff. So here I wanted to do one where they're actually together in a scene, and I was kind of done, I think, by the time I reached this one. I didn't really want to do it anymore. I needed a break. I actually hurt my back again not that long ago, a few days ago, and it was sore from going to the showcase because we had to carry a lot of stuff, but it had been feeling better then when we went. And yeah, it was pretty sore. I'm just like sitting there drawing and I start thinking, oh, my back hurts, you know? And yeah, so I was like, okay, just do this last one, even though I felt bad and I wanted to add more to it. I didn't really have a lot of time. Yeah, it kind of messed up his arm there. But yeah, he's just trying to make him go. He won't. Right there, it's not clear, but he's holding up his hood to kind of try to hide that he's crying a little bit. Poor dude. So yeah, that's the finished picture. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry it was only some sketches, but I really appreciate you watching. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Have a good day or night, and bye.